Periscoped on Saturday night. I had these two buddies of mine. They're brothers. I've known them for years. One of them was in my wedding. I was in his wedding. And we haven't spent any time together for a long time. So we wanted to go out and quote-unquote rage.
You were saying this on Friday, and I'm like, what does this mean? Joe just going to tell them where to go and then bounce 5 minutes later?
Right. But this is a guy, he's known me forever, so I was like, I'm committed. I'm going to commit. My wife's like, just go have a good time. So I got us in the guest list to every club in town, everything, right? I was just prepared.
Yeah.
And so when I show up, I'm like, so hey, what do you guys have in mind? And he's like, well, we're going to go get a steak. And I was like, and like I wanted to manage his expectations, right? So then I was going to say to him, if he goes, let's go club, and I got us all taken care of. And he's like, how about we get some steak and stuff? And I'm like, and that's it? He's like, yeah. I'm like, perfect.
Okay, count me in.
So we go to the steakhouse.
Yes.
And it's dark and whatever.
I saw the pictures of the steak.
Did you see the Periscope?
Tower?
Yeah, but did you see the Periscope?
No.
No,
Okay,
I saw the picture on your Instagram of the giant steak that was like,
yeah,
it was like dripping over the plate.
That was my friend's. I ate his. He couldn't eat it all, and and his brother couldn't eat all of his. So I ate my steak and both the rest of their steaks. We're sitting there, and these two women start flirting with our table, and I'm like, oh man, and so I turn on Periscope right away. And I get all of it on Periscope. And the two guys at my table go talk to these two girls. And they're at another table. And the woman starts yelling at me, telling me, calling me unsociable. Why am I not coming over there? You know, why don't I be friendly? And they won't like leave me alone.
And you've got all this on.
I got it all on Periscope. And I'm just sitting there back in my chair going, I don't want to go. And I'm talking to the audience. I go, look at this. I don't want to go over there. And they want me to come over there. And it was just this battle back and forth with these women. And they were all cougars. And it was just kind of like.
I know where you went. And that happens. If you're sitting near the bar, they will draw you in.
We moved to the bar to have the beignet tower. And I would just sit there filming it going, man, my God, these women, like I'm just like, stop. And they're just like, you know what I mean? It was ridiculous. And then their cackle. And everybody was kind. I thought you couldn't hear me because it was so loud in the bar, but everyone on Periscope was like, I can hear you crystal clear. We can hear these girls. And they were just so obnoxious. I refused to go to the table. I just sat there. Plus, I was tired. And
let's talk about the greatness of what is called the beignet tower.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Is that the best? They just bring a bunch of, like a tree, and they just stick a bunch of beignets on it.
Yeah, it was great.
So good.
I crushed it. It was fantastic.
So what happened with so your friends, were they into the girls? I mean, they were over there talking.
They were just talking. They weren't into it. And then the girls were like, they get up and they walk over to the table where I'm at. And they're like, well, it was so weird. I guess I have to be a good mom now.
What?
And she goes, she had to go pick up my daughter from her dance.
What?
And I'm like, okay, see you later. It's like 11 o'clock at night.
She's like leading two separate lives.
There's some skankazoids out there, man.
They were attractive women, but and that video, I periscoped all these other women at the bar. So I'm sitting there with these two guys, and I started going, oh my God. It was a very upscale restaurant. All these women are here waiting for sugar daddies.
Of course.
They're just waiting around.
That's where it is.
They're looking for their next, their guy. They're looking for a guy who's going to save them or be there, whatever. Because there was a lot of rich guys in Rolls Royces and Bentleys that were there that had younger women next to them. And you could see the next crop waiting. So I was just filming it going, oh my God. I was in the far back, and I was just like.
Do you know what's funny is my husband and I, Scott and I, went out to dinner with my brother and his wife last weekend. We went to that same place, and that's the exact same thing we told them. We're like, this is the best people watching ever. We're going to sit close to the bar.
Yep.
We're going to watch the interactions, see it all go down. They saw it along with
it was awesome.
other things. It's very entertaining.
Like I wasn't like talking to anybody, and people just come up to our table. Like women are just like, hey. Oh, there was a party next to us with all these beignet trees.
Yeah.
And these women don't pay attention to those beignet trees. Walk over to where the three guys are and be like, oh, is this a beignet tree? I've never seen one before. And I'm like, there's a whole bunch right next to your table right over there.
I love it when that's in full effect, when the cougars are on patrol.
I'm like, there's a whole table full of beignets over there. And then they go,
Some neighborhoods are better than others. Your neighborhood happens to be the ultimate neighborhood for that.
Yeah, and I had a great time. I haven't gone out in a long time, and I realized the first time I've ever gone out where I didn't have to, like, it wasn't a work thing or it wasn't a whatever. I was just going out with a friend, and I laughed my ass. I had a really good time.
See, that's what happens when you talk to others.
I didn't talk to anybody.